refer to it.
Okay. Could you hand him Exhibit 1?
There you go, Dennis. We've got one.
Oh, thank you.
No, I left my exhibit somewhere. I don't know. And if you look at... What? Hold on. Give me 1 second, please.
You want to take this? We have two.
I just found it again.
Thank you.
This one. You turn to Appendix B.
Which paragraph?
5. Okay, under Section 5, do you see that? It doesn't really have a page.
Right. We've got
It's this
paragraph 5, clinical assessment, subparagraph A, gingivitis.
Okay, right. And if you can read the requirements under that, beginning with clinical assessment, gingivitis,
Yes.
pocket probing,
Yes.
etc.
But
Okay.
does your question suggest that this information was required to be in the 6-month report?
No, I'm asking him, you've looked at what this section, clinical and laboratory assessment, includes, correct?
Correct.
Okay. As we were discussing about some of the things that you would like to have included in a typical report, are these the types of things that you were talking about, or something else?
As I mentioned to you, I glanced at the findings.
Okay.
And in glancing at the findings, I did not have this study sitting in front of me, and so it did not come to my mind that hey, A, B, C, D, and all of those things
And
should
that
be in
really
there.
wasn't my question. My
I'm
question
sorry,
was, you were saying generally you would have liked certain things to be included in there. And I know that you didn't have this in front of you, nor did, I don't think anyone expected you to. I'm just saying, after reviewing that, does that assist you in telling me more specifically some of the things that typically would be included in
as I mentioned, the two things that, in glancing at the report, the two things that I looked at that I thought should have been in there was, number one, the systemic health of the patient and oral health of the patient, which includes many of the things you're mentioning, and also some analysis of the data.
Right, so you've grouped these into two different categories. One is an oral and systemic observation based on the patient's oral history and different things that you mentioned before, correct? And the other one includes a statistical analysis component, right?
Correct.
Okay, and I guess what I'm trying to get from you is more specifics about what you meant by statistical analysis, so that I understand what you're referring to.
Well, after you've examined, after you've treated a number of patients in a clinical study, it would seem after a period of time that one would take the number of patients at that point, look at the failures and successes, and do a study relative to using a statistician or using your own knowledge to say what the failure rate was, what the success rate was, and give an overall summary of the data that you have relative to those patients.
Okay, and you believe that was missing from this report based on your brief scanning of it?
I do.
Okay.